When we hit it big, Tim,
Yeah.
we're gonna have Shoot the Thrill score our lives.
I'm totally
Everything
down.
we do,
Pull
no matter
old
what,
Tony Stark.
we are just gonna start every show to shoot the thrill, and that's
So
what I like
the
about
debate
it.
going into this episode was it in fact Shoot to Thrill used in Iron Man 2 and in the Avengers?
I believe it was, and I think that was the joke. They brought it back where he was like, every time I come into something, it's to AC/DC Shoot to Thrill.
I was arguing with you because I could have sworn that Thunderstruck was used at some point.
I don't think they ever used Thunderstruck.
I associate Thunderstruck and Iron Man for some reason.
I mean,
someone in the chat let me know why.
It may have been in an Iron Man, but like they used a ton of it. First off, not to denigrate or to in any way, shape, or form speak badly of AC/DC.
Yeah.
But their music does sound a lot alike.
No, but Thunderstruck has the fucking... like, come on, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, but I think the joke was, if you guys watch, hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the Kind of Funny Morning Show. I'm Nick, that's Tim. If you guys watched the MCU and review for Iron Man, we talked about that amazing scene where like Captain America is losing to Loki when he first goes up against him, and then over the intercom gets hacked, and AC/DC comes in, and you're like, you know some shit's gonna go down, and it's Tony Stark. Great moment. But I just love that they just decide that the AC/DC is the theme song of all Iron Man.
Yeah.
It is the best thing. Which doesn't make any sense because it technically should be Black Sabbath, but whatever. Who cares?
Whatever. I feel like that'd be a little too...
I mean, they have Black Sabbath at the end of Iron Man, where it's like,
yeah, like a dope ass mix of it. Thunderstruck was in Daddy's home. The chat's letting me know, so maybe I was confused.
Well, very close, but actually happening in the MCU Daddy's home. A lot of people don't know that. John Cena is going to be. Who? I don't know. I can't think of a fucking character. Everyone's already cast. What are you going to do? If you guys did not know, this is the Kind of Funny Morning Show. We come to you each and every day, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here, twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. We also put the show up on YouTube if you can't watch live, so please go there, like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you're watching here and you feel like supporting the show, well, you have Amazon Prime. You get shit shipped to your house for free. Well, guess what? You get one free Twitch Prime subscription as well. We'd like that to go to us because it really does help keep the lights on. But if not, give it to someone like Snowbike Mike. I will give mine to Snowbike Mike as soon as I'm legally able to. Right now, Twitch has told me I can't give it away twice in 1 month.
Snowbike Nope's more like it. You know what I mean?
Snowbike No Bike. Snowbike Walking is what you're doing.
You're walking.
It's fine. It's fine. Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters.
So the chat is it's very split on things. A lot of people still. In fact, we've checked chat. I was wrong.
I'm watching the scene right now.
Thunderstruck is not in either Avengers or Iron Man 2. Maybe it was used in the trailer. Maybe it was used in the trailer.
It's possible. But I think that's what I think that was a little bit of a joke that I didn't catch until you watch it back.
That's good.
Where every time he like just did his brain, he's like, yeah, let's do Shoot the Thrill again, and just hacks their system and plays it in.
I mean, I'm in. It's like a WWE entrance.
It's amazing.
It's good.
Freaking amazing. If you guys want to know what we're talking about, you have no idea. Of course, we're doing MCU in review. We're reviewing one Marvel Cinematic Universe movie every week leading up to Infinity War, and man, that's starting to heat up. We're starting to get TV promos, more of that. It's all starting to get good. Black Panther's next week. What a great day to be alive for a nerd like this guy.
Now, here's a thing that I want to throw out because the Ben Como just dropped some motherfucking gold in the chat.
Give it to us, Ben.
There's now a bunch of...
I'm back! I came back to work! And look at... We had all these leftover things from Andrea's thing. You can make them into hats.
You look like one of the rebels.
Fucking dorks from the Star Wars. Oh, park it over there, Han. I got my stupid binoculars just watching. They don't see anything.
How did they put that guy up in there?
Did you see that picture earlier?
No.
There's a picture that's been going viral in the last week of him up there. He's like, how'd he get up there?
How did he get up there? You think about that, you're like, how the fuck did they get up there?
Someone dropped him off in a carrier.
But how does he get down if he wants to get pee? What, does he have pee? Is it hanging over?
It's got a toilet. It's got a little hole.
It's got a little hole. Just
like my dad.
When he just pees into it.
Crane operator Big Greg Miller goes up there. He goes up, and I don't know how he does it. He goes up there with a thermos and no food because Dad doesn't need food.
No.
But he just goes up there, and he just fucking 8 hours of making crane stuff happen, and then he comes down and pees. I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe he goes up there with two thermoses.
Maybe it's one. Recycling. You drink the water. You pee in the thermos.
No, he's drinking.
I'm telling you, all they need is one of those little suction things they have in dentist's offices that goes.
Oh yeah.
And then you just, when you spit into it, but instead you just kind of arc your dick into it and let that happen. Let that be there.
Sure.
Side note, cool Greg, go on a Starbucks run for us in a little bit. So if you want in on that, motherfucker, get it.
Get
Probably
it,
good.
get
Yeah,
it, get it. Hold
now-
on, we can't lose this, Nick, because this might be one of the greatest comments to ever be left in our show.
Give it to
Ben Como says, there's now a bunch of X-Men to recast, so John Cena could be any mutant who
Colossus.
becomes
Shit,
invisible.
Colossus, yeah.
Any mutant who becomes invisible.
Because John Cena,
Yes, that's way too deep.
they
That's
can't
way
see
too
him.
deep.
That's his whole thing.
okay.
If they fucking
Nick
did
doesn't
that,
get that.
No,
as a
I'm
throwaway
sorry.
joke, that's all
I
that you would need.
apologize,
I'd be so
everyone.
in. Remember in X-Men 3, what was it? Fucking
Last
The Last Stand. When the Juggernaut said, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
bitch.
He
I'm
did
the
it. He said it.
A lot of
Juggernaut, bitch.
people said that was the best moment of the movie.
That was the best moment
It
of the movie.
actually was the best moment of the movie. It's not a very
Kevin,
good movie.
remind me this afternoon, we're just chilling out, not doing anything as we often do around here, that to come in here and help me fix these.
What's wrong with them?
That they're still broken. That they still don't have names on them.
What are you talking about? Oh.
And down here too.
Yeah, you're supposed
Watching
to
as a consumer, I'm like, I don't like this.
Do you want me to just hide them?
I don't like the dead space.
Just hide him.
Hide him.
Well,
I
don't
can
know
also
what we
add
want.
text that says
How
sorry.
will people know
broken."
when we go live when they're watching us live? It's a good question, Greg.
Great questions. We ask the hard-hitting
ever look
questions
into your
here on the
computer?
morning show, ladies and gentlemen. Like,
I don't remember how to read
do we need a Venom movie?
It's a big question.
That is the big question.
that. We do need a Venom movie.
That is
Do
the
we?
big
We
question.
do need a Venom
Have you
movie.
seen the trailer?
Well,
Yeah.
Sony
Yeah.
Entertainment.
I saw the trailer and everybody's a bunch of babies.
Let's watch the trailer
Are they?
right now.
Oh, really? I'm Tim. That's you.
He
That was my
nailed you,
impression of
dude. He fucking nailed you. Are you watching this?
Yeah.
Let's
We're
do
not
it.
scared of.
You're scared.
Sony, we're
This
fine.
is definitely going to make the show go up at 5:30 tonight.
God damn it.
It's fine.
Alright, here we
I don't
go.
understand the point of this show.
Nobody does. Did we ever?
I hate these teasers for the teaser. Just show me the teaser.
Well, it's to get you hyped. Like, this is what about you. Be excited.
Have you seen this yet, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
By the way, I've had MRIs. They do not have amazing LED walls in them.
I've had
There.
MRIs as well.
Shh.
LED walls on these.
Shut up, guys.
They do put like
Shut up.
the lights. They make the lights look like the sky sometimes.
That's hideous.
Everyone's got their thing. Maybe it's a breakup,
Gwen Stacy.
a death,
Peter Parker, dead.
an accident. Whatever it is, you used to be one thing. Now, you're something else.
I don't think I've ever heard him talk without like muffled shit.
We all have our own problems. Our own issues. Our own demons.
That's a tease. That's dope.
That's why they call it a teaser trailer.
I'm a big fan of the motion graphics
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, I there's a couple standout moments in that. One, I forget how good of an actor Tom Hardy is, because the last 5 times I've seen him, it's just been hit. So it's cool to see him actually see his face for once, hear him actually talk.
Yeah.
Because in Mad Max again,
Silent.
we saw his face, didn't talk.
Yeah.
Wait, do we
Right.
hear him?
He says like 4 lines in Mad Max.
No, in this trailer. I
Yeah,
think
that was him.
his
That's him
VO. Was that
narrating.
him VOing?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
doing New
think
York
so.
accent. I'm New York.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't
He's
that
any
great?
Bromedy Brock. New York is fine.
okay.
Yeah.
I have to watch it with that information.
My thoughts on this are, I know the internet's really mad that Venom's not in the trailer. I don't have any problems with Venom not being in the trailer. We always ask to be spoiled less in
Well, but the
trailers.
symbiote was in the trailer though. We saw
Yeah,
a little bit of it, like that fucking twisted looking shit.
You know
in the
damn
thing.
well as I do that it's weird that we're not seeing Venom in the Venom trailer.
No, it's fine. They don't have the
movie's in
effects
Oc-
ready yet.
The movie's in October. My thing is that I truly believe they're not doing that on purpose. It's not we didn't put him in there because we're trying to like not waste the movie. It's like this is just what they have. This is all that they can come up with.
Oh.
Is Tom Hardy walking around getting an MRI?
I'm sure that they're like, look, we have an uphill battle on this one.
Yeah.
We have to prove that this is a movie that people need to get out there and see. So they're going to tease the hell out of it for a very long time. We're going
Yeah.
to get a lot more Venom stuff, and then eventually we're going to see. Of course, we're going to see a trailer that shows the entire movie from start to finish. We do
Yeah.
that all the time.
No,
Yeah, do me a solid. I just put in the housekeeping a link to Twitter. That Alan Johnson, former video game guy,
Yeah.
we all know. He put this. I don't know where he got it. He says this is supposedly a leaked image of Venom.
That's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Exactly,
That is
right?
horrifying.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
That's awesome.
I mean,
like, that fucking nails
Holy
it.
shit, yeah.
I think they
Not
could
gonna
have
save this movie.
They could have put that in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
At the very end or whatever.
Ah,
Here's my thing,
that's
though. It's
it.
like here's the thing. It's just you gotta get we're all gotta get this out of our system. I said this to Nick in confidence in private a few weeks ago.
Holy
I'll say it
fuck.
again now. I am excited for the Venom movie. I know I shouldn't be. I know it probably won't be good, but I like Venom, and I want to see a Venom movie. Sure, let's do it. Let's go. You know what I mean? And so I think that from the announcement of the Venom movie, right? And this is before we saw Homecoming. Everybody's like, he's Sony, you know what the fuck you're doing. Don't do this, right? Homecoming's good. And granted, Marvel's got an influence in there, don't get me wrong. I think that now they're like, they want to start getting you ready for this thing. They put out the logo. All right, cool. Now they give you this trailer, and we start warming up. We're warming up the mainstream to be like, all right, cool, there is a Venom movie coming. It's got Tom Hardy in it. You like it. You really want to see the suit because guess what, everybody? Venom's cool. Why does everyone want to see the suit? Oh, because Venom's cool. And everybody's arguing about that online now and stuff like that. I think they're just trying to get the Venom out of you. No pun intended. Get the poison out of you. And that way, when they show you the trailer, you can just sit there and go, man, that is a guy in a symbiote.
I don't know. I totally disagree with this. To me, this is a movie that's happening just to make Sony money, and it sucks because I don't want to see it. Venom is cool. I want to see Venom in the MCU done proper in a Spider-Man story, or else
Wait,
Venom's not Venom.
What was the final word on this part of the MCU?
So-
There is no final word, and that's the biggest problem. Is it's just like they can't fucking agree. The last we heard was the Sony lady is like, oh, it definitely is, and then Kevin Feige is like, oh, it definitely isn't. And there's like, oh, there might be a Tom Holland cameo, and it's like, okay, what does that mean? Is it just a Tom Holland cameo, or is it Peter Parker?
That's gonna be Peter.
Fucking disaster, man.
I think it's going to be. I think the final scene or whatever. You know what I mean? The final thing will be him going to New York or some shit like that, or seeing Spider-Man on the news and be like, I could be like that.
And then great, then the
They
MCU
work
has to
that.
deal with a fake ass, half ass Venom
How is it half-ass? How's it fake-ass?
because the storyline. What the fuck is this shit? Oh man, I'm getting MRIs, I'm getting in car crashes, and I'm getting all this
Who the fuck
stuff.
cares?
Me.
Why do you care?
I totally
It
care.
needs to be Eddie Brock. It needs to be the Daily Bugle.
It doesn't need to be those things specifically. I do think that there are traits, there are elements that are necessary, and I think that there needs to be some relationship with Peter of some sort.
Well, in
So,
the
like, Venom
comics,
has the
Venom is the Spider-Man bad guy.
well,
like,
not
that's-
anymore.
Not anymore.
Right
Yeah.
now, it's Flash Thompson, and
Yeah,
he's
great.
like the
Now
vet.
it's this whole other
It
thing
seems
because
like-
there's been 60 years of all the Spider-Man stuff and the other characters for them
But we've
to.
seen the Eddie Brock one.
We have, and that's the
before.
other
Yeah.
problem is that our Homecoming Spider-Man is a different Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But this Venom is, I don't know.
The whatnots in the chat says that supposed leaked Venom photo was in fact debunked.
Damn it!
Was debunked.
Really? Because that looks really cool.
It's really cool.
Looks really cool. He doesn't
But,
look all skinny like Topher Grace.
How dare you? He was great.
No, he wasn't.
He was
Eric
great.
Foreman.
Eric Foreman.
It could also be a welding mask if you wanted.
I want everyone to understand one thing right now. I've been asking myself probably the most important question
I
in
don't
this
think
whole
you can,
debate
Greg.
for the last 5 minutes. Why would they make an oversized boat that you put snacks in with handles? Why would they put a handle on it? Turns out not a
No, it's
handle.
tape.
Greg, in fact, just put
gaff tape in there.
gaffer's tape in there to make a little handle for it, and I think it's ingenious.
You're welcome.
A couple of Greg's hairs in there if we want to make another Greg. If we want to just clone him and make Bizarro Greg, we'll just leave this right here.
Yeah. I don't know, what's your take on this?
My take is I watched the trailer. I love Tom Hardy. I'll probably see this movie, and I will not think about it again until it's time to buy tickets.
What's it rated?
I'm not hyped. Oh, that's a good question.
Is it rated R or is it rated
Let's
PG-13?
go look at it. If it's rated R, I'm fucking definitely in, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
But Michelle Williams, great actor. Tom Hardy, great actor. Let's see what we're rated here. Ooh, I don't know if it has a rating yet. Where
Are you looking at IMDb?
Like, just stop and think about how awesome it could be if we got a revised version of the symbiote storyline in Spider-Man sequels, even if it was just kind of hinted here and there or whatever, and then the Venom thing happens, and it is rated R, and it is fucking dark and gritty when eventually Disney starts making those movies, because they're going to.
I don't know why the fuck.
I don't
Why
think
Venom
it's
may
rated.
be aiming for R rating.
It's no rating
I don't
yet.
know that it's rated yet.
But it
No.
looks like it might have some male nudity in it.
Oh, I hope so. I hope we get some Tom Hardy butt. So you're sorry, say what you just said again, because I was stuck in the Google zone.
I just feel like there's, at this point, we shouldn't be getting Marvel movies unless they're
Marvel movies.
They're
Marvel
Marvel
movies,
movies.
Yeah.
That's really all that it is.
You think that this is some cowboy off on their
Guess
own?
what that
so-
reminded me of? Fantastic Four.
Yeah. It's gonna be fantastic.
It's going to be Fantastic
Yeah.
Four. It might be a little bit better than Fantastic Four, but it's going to be compared to that. It's not going to be compared to anything good. And that's not just MCU.
Yeah.
This isn't even going to be as good as the Spider-Man movies, the other Spider-Man movies.
You're just diluting the well, Sony.
That's what it is.
Can you just get
It's
out?
diluting
Give
characters.
Give up and let Kevin Feige own the world. While you're at it, throw in Kathleen Kennedy into the mix because she's been doing okay. She's been doing okay. And Tim, I knew that this story was going to bum you out a little bit, so I put something on the docket that would make you smile.
Yeah.
Have you seen this over the Marvel
I did,
Entertainment?
and it made me smile.
This is just
and
the
it gave me
coolest
the
thing
chili
ever.
chills.
Let's, Kev, make sure
Are we
the
gonna
volume.
show the whole thing?
Yeah, it's not that long.
a minute long.
It's a minute long.
Volume up? Are you sure you
Volume
want?
up, sir.
Volume up,
It's
side to
just-
side.
All right, cool.
They're not gonna.
It felt like being at the Academy Awards or something. Every person had been in.
I love they had to make a scale model for this.
You know what I mean?
Fucking waste money on a scale model.
Watching in one place, hanging out. There's a ton of fanboying and
Vin Diesel.
fangirling going on in that
Vin
room
Diesel's
with
in
each
this.
other.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it's a little bit like being drafted to
tall.
a sports team that has a
wanna be in
legacy
that corner right
championship
there.
banners. It's a dream come true.
Looking around the room, like, what did I do to deserve this?
I literally am in dead center in the front row, and I'm looking around and going, any one of these people could be dead center.
I mean, you just everywhere you looked was another superhero movie star.
His hair looks so fucking
I
good.
think
Jeremy
everyone's
Renner, man,
aware
whoa,
this
get
was coming to a close. And we'd all been on this remarkable journey together.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for joining this. It's been 10 years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Here's to 10 more.
There was huge excitement and buzz to that day.
That's sick. That is pretty freaking amazing.
The logo looks so tight
Yeah.
with the 10 in it.
That's good. That's good. So I just, wanted to throw that out there. Greg pointed out there's a lot of people actually missing from that photo, but we don't care. Stop raining on my
We
parade.
don't care.
We don't care. Like Terrence Howard's not in it, right?
Yeah.
There's a few. I forget who the other people were that weren't in it.
Dude, that
there's-
logo is
Oh,
so
Natalie Portman's
cool.
not in it. Kat Denning's not in it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Natalie Portman's doing stuff. Sorry.
Gia watched this with me this morning, and she was just like, man, it must feel really bad to be in Hollywood and not be in the MCU. And I was like, damn, at this point, really?
Pretty much everyone
Like,
is, though.
this is crazy. Look how expensive this picture must have been.
Yeah, that's a lot of day rates right there. So they all
Insane.
came to do it. That's cool. Why not? Why wouldn't you, like, if you're in the MCU, especially if you're a new person, why the hell would you not want to go party with all these people and network?
Yeah.
If I were the people agents, I was like, you're gonna get your ass to that shoot because you have to be in this picture. This is
Do you
huge.
think that this is like in any way related to like a production day?
No, I think it's probably if they did anything, they probably wrote it into their contract saying, "Hey, you have to do this at some point."
Yeah.
Like they write in a certain amount of promo days into people's contracts that you have to go and promote the film. This is probably worked into one of those.
Better quality because I can't see anyone's faces.
That's Jeremy Renner right there. That's that.
That's why they had the video.
The guy-
so
the
you could,
kind of-
like, where's Waldo at all?
Yeah, the kind of overweight gentleman right there is
why would
clearly
they-
Jon Favreau.
This guy right here.
That's Brie Larson in the middle right there because I remember her from the dress walking.
Also,
looking fantastic.
What's Black Panther's name? Chad Boswick?
Boswick.
Look at his shirt. I want that shirt.
Chadwick. Boseman, excuse me. Chadwick Boseman.
I don't know which.
Chadwick Boseman.
That's his name. you started me off with
sorry.
Chadman or whatever.
What's his shirt?
Chadwick
the
Boseman.
white with the black things on it, the long sleeve.
Yeah, it's just lines.
Just looks fucking cool.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
try-
long sleeve shirts like that.
Chadwick Boseman, and then
Chadwick
the other
Boseman,
one,
yes.
the other actor's name that I can never fucking remember how to say right, but I'm trying to lock into here is David Oyelowo.
Okay.
I believe it's his name.
David Oyelowo.
He was in recently in Cloverfield Paradox. Oyelowo, I believe is how you say his name. Let me know if I'm saying that wrong, for Christ's sake. I'm trying to remember all these fucking people's names. I got Jeff Goldblum floating around there.
I get it. He's up there.
He is up
You
there.
see him?
Yeah, of course he is. They were like this. Did anyone invite Jeff? And he just shows
like,
like,
he's like,
I'm here if you need me.
I'm here.
I'm here if you need me. This next story is kind of a fun one. I threw this up there. Harrison Ford was an advisor on Solo. This story reads from Slash Film. Harrison Ford, the original Han Solo, served as a covert technical advisor on Solo: A Star Wars Story. While it's easy to assume that the frequently gruff Ford wouldn't have much interest in yet another Star Wars movie, reports indicated he was offered some sage advice about one of the most famous characters. More on Solo Harrison Ford advice below. And here's what the advice was. Per their story, not only did Ford offer advice to Anna Rich, he also served as covert advisor on the upcoming Ron Howard Star Wars film. Ford kept kept a respectful distance, but he also proved very insightful into the character he has lived with, sometimes unfortunately for 4 decades. Quote, what Ford did so beautifully for Alden was he talked a lot about what he remembered when he first read Star Wars and what George had done with Han, who the character was, and the conversations he had had for so many years with George about how that character developed. He gave Alden that kind of insight, which was invaluable. There were several times in the course of making the movie where Alden would actually recount some of the things that Harrison had pointed out. I think that was really, really, really helpful to him. Ron also sought out Ford's advice when he took over the film after directors Phil Lord and Chris Miller were fired. Howard asked Ford, Howard says Ford talked about Han's perpetual loneliness. Quote, Harrison's a very beautiful, Jesus, I'm just putting words in people's mouths now. Harrison's a very thoughtful actor and an artist, and I wanted to know what he learned about the character. He said that Han is always torn between the sense that he was, in a way, an orphan, and therefore both yearned for connection with people and struggled with it at the same time. I thought that was pretty interesting. As for the above lunch meeting, Unrich provides some detail in separate interview. He said a great thing when I met him. Tell him I told you everything you needed to know, and that you can't tell anyone. I wanted to meet him because I felt generally it would be right to do the movie without some kind of contact with him, and I'm really glad I did. He was very, very supportive, and it's just cool to have lunch with Harrison Ford. So apparently, Harrison Ford continues to be the coolest person on the planet. Why they decided to kill his character off and let Luke and Leia live, beyond me. But mistakes were made, Tim.
I'm excited for Solo. I hope it's good.
He wanted out. He said that many times.
Mistakes were made.
He wanted out.
I don't know if mistakes were made.
Well, not in that movie.
Ichuta.
I hate you so much.
I love that.
I hate you so much.
That was really good.
That was really good.
I did not expect him to go full Wookiee on that.
Jawa?
All right, let's skip these next two. I don't know. Did you put this story on here? The Joaquin Phoenix story? Actually, let's go to this next two. Let's really quickly look. Cool poster for Pacific Rim 2.
Pretty dope.
Awesome.
Cool.
Next one.
Are we excited for this movie? Find out.
No. This, again, they just keep knocking it out of the park with all their promo images for Mute, which is a new Netflix movie. I don't know what it's about, and I don't care. I just like looking at cool posters, and this one looks dope as shit.
This is a cool poster. That cast is insane.
Yeah.
Why not? Hopefully it's good.
I didn't read this story yet, but let's bring up this next one. Joaquin Phoenix.
Hold on.
In talks to play the Joker.
It wasn't there a minute ago.
In Todd Phillips'
Stop reading
standalone movie. It's
Why
okay, they can hear my voice, Kevin. They don't need to see it until it's too late. And then I come at him like a fucking spider monkey from behind. And I penetrate. Joaquin Phoenix is in talks to play the clown prince of crime in Warner Brothers and Todd Phillips' Untitled Joker origin movie. While studio negotiations are yet underway, Phillips has made it clear that Phoenix is the top choice to star, and sources now tell Variety that after thinking it over, Phoenix has agreed to the role. Warner Brothers has no comment. Phillips is on board to co-write and direct the movie. Phillips has met with Phoenix before the year and was just waiting for the studio's go-ahead, sources say. The movie would fall under a yet-to-be-announced new banner of DC Comics, which would give the studio the opportunity to expand the canon of the iconic comic book movie characters with unique story angles that aren't included in the current cinematic universe. Jared Leto most recently played the Joker in Suicide Squad and is likely to reprise that role in Suicide Squad 2, a movie I can't believe they're making, but will not be featured in this film. Rumors circulated that Leonardo DiCaprio was the first person approached to star in Phillips' standalone film, though that didn't pan out. There's a couple other details, but I think that's pretty much it. How does this sit with you? You know what I like to do when there's a problem?
Yeah.
Whenever I do something that I feel just isn't working.
You take a 78-year-old man and put him in it.
What I like to do is I like to just do more of it.
Yeah.
You know? The only way out, they say, is through sometimes.
Yeah.
So the fact that the DC movies aren't doing well, I mean, granted, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into the whole what's going on with them. Do I think Joaquin Phoenix would do a good job as a Joker, you ask? Yes, I do. I think he's a phenomenal actor. I think he could really disappear in that role, and I think it's cool. Am I excited for this movie? No.
Not at all.
No.
Not 1 ounce of me.
No.
There's not a dearth of superhero movies. That's the problem. That is the problem.
That is the problem.
So you either need to do something wholly unique, something so good, something so new and different, or something that's the same but on the quality of something that transcends the superhero genre, a la the Dark Knight trilogy.
The only thing that could get me
Allah.
jacked for something like this is if they were like, it's going to be Christopher Nolan coming back and recasting and doing that movie that he wanted to do before Heath Ledger died. Something along those lines would be what they need right now.
Yeah.
But they're not giving us that. They're giving us Todd Phillips, which he's a capable director.
Very capable.
Joaquin Phoenix, great. And the Joker. But it's also one of those things where I'm like, you have yet to prove to me that you can make a bad guy into an interesting protagonist. Because the Joker is a psychopath. So what is that movie going to be if there's no...
It's an origin story, Nick.
Don't need it.
You're getting it.
Don't need it. You know,
remember that time you looked at me in the eyes and you said, Tim?
I really want to know.
Where did the Joker come from?
Where does he come from? Where does he come from?
To be fair, I feel like that's a question people have asked. But
now I know that
we've accepted it's cool not knowing.
Well, I know that their angle
is we got the best origin of the Joker ever in The Dark Knight when he had a bunch of them, which means we don't fucking need to know.
Yeah.
That's how you handle it.
So I appreciate that might be the angle they're going with this, where this is like maybe one of those stories. Let's see, again, jury's still out. If they make a good movie, they make a good movie. I'm like, how about we just dial it back and try to make a good Batman movie again? Okay, because there hasn't been a good Batman movie since 1989.
The Ben Como says the Joker can't be the main character of a movie. Joker's cool because you don't see him outside of when he wants you to see him, and that's why it works. I entirely agree with that.
Yeah, similar with Harley Quinn or all the people in the Suicide Squad. It's just so difficult to make bad guys into relevant protagonists because the thing that makes them bad, they can't have. They can't have. It's very difficult to make that storyline. Like the only time, like Suicide Squad, I say it before, I'll say it again. The only time that I think they actually told that story well outside of the comic book was in that animated movie, where they're still bad guys doing bad things, but there's an even badder person forcing them to do those bad things, and they're trying to fuck that guy over. Right? In this case, Amanda Waller over.
Yeah.
But even then, you're like, they're bad people. Like, they should be in jail. But it's kind of fun going on that adventure. What they did with the movie, what David Ayer did with the movie, they was like, let's make these people redeemable. Let's make Harley Quinn redeemable. Yeah. It's like, no, let's not do that. Not. She's a bad guy.
I like how you said it like that.
She is.
Yeah,
you know?
You had that.
You want to make it, she's fine. Bad guy. I don't know. Again, this is, take all this with a grain of salt. We are a bunch of man babies crying that we're getting too much good stuff. Oh, I don't want that movie. Oh, I don't want a Joker movie. We don't, though. Bring back The Dark Knight. Throw piles of cocaine and money at Christopher Nolan and just draw him back into the studio. Just put a little line of cocaine from his house all the way.
Do we know what he's doing next?
I think we do.
Someone in the chat let us know.
I think we do. He's doing Dunkirk 2. The Return of Dunkirk. Dunkirk. I have to go to Dunkirk, boy. There's no hiding from this. No, I could hide. I could just not go. That's what I could do. Someone else could do it. Dunkirk. Chris Nolan.
I love whatever happens in your head sometimes because
Have you seen Dunkirk?
I did not.
It's one of those where listen, look, I love Christopher Nolan. I loved Inception. I love the Dark Knight trilogy. I love Interstellar. It was one of my all-time favorite sci-fi movies. It's great. But when he picks projects, he likes to go in the complete polar opposite of what he has done before. And man, I just come on, bro.
Yeah.
Go back to The Dark Knight. Give us another one of those. I watched Batman Begins 3 days ago again because I was on Netflix and I'm like, well, I'll just start this movie and fucking finish it. I'm like, God damn it, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
That universe that he built, while oddly weird at points, where you're like, meh. So there's always 1 or 2 decisions in Nolan films that I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's true.
Wave off.
Yeah, just a little.
You know?
But it's okay.
But it's good.
overall.
I assume at some point if we continue to do the MCU in review, I think it would be cool to go back and rewatch.
We need to see what we're doing next because I was thinking about it. It sucks that Deadpool 2 is coming out so soon.
Yeah.
It's like the week after Infinity War. So, or maybe 2 weeks after Infinity War.
There's nothing that says we can't do them at the same time. Nothing. We got Fridays open, I think. No, Thursdays. I don't know. I don't know when we publish shit anymore. Nobody
you bring up a solid point, Nick. You bring up a solid point.
All right.
God, that tongue thing sounded gross.
Guys, cue up your tips or cheers. We're going to go into that right after this next deep dive topic with big old Tim Gaze. And of course, remember, we'll read cheers at the 500 or above level, and we'll read, well, if you give us a $500 tip, I'll for sure read that, but we'll read tips at the $5 or above level. Anything you want, including anything that disparages Kevin. I love him to death, but he's drinking milk again.
Is he lactose intolerant still?
Heavily.
Yeah.
Heavily lactose intolerant.
Heavily.
And he just stares at me. He likes to smile at me with milk teeth and laugh at me because I have to suffer his consequences somehow.
No, what? No, you don't. No, don't make up things. Don't make things up.
Now, Tim.
Yes.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I had an iPhone 5S.
It's true.
Okay.
Wasn't that long ago.
No, not that long ago. And you said, Nick, now's the time.
Now is the time. Shoot your shot.
You text me at midnight and said, shoot your shot, Nick. Time to order online. Now, I said, Tim, I have a lot of trepidation ordering online. I like to walk into the store. I like to talk to a human being. You said, Nick, stop being an old ass man.
Stay in the past.
And go fucking do it. And I did it.
Phone. Yeah.
And it was originally supposed to ship to me 2 months. Came down to a month. I got excited. Came down to like 3 weeks. I got excited. Showed up right before. The day before I go on vacation, so I get it. I take it to Scottsdale, Arizona. It's all beautiful, sunny, lots of blondes out. It was fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
Greatest experience of my life. You were right.
I was right.
You had the opposite experience.
I've had
ordering an iPhone X.
I've had a similar experience, but I've also simultaneously had an opposite experience.
Yes.
This is a Venom situation. Where is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? It depends on the day.
Know.
So here's the situation, ladies and gentlemen. On a beautiful November 3rd, the day that the iPhone 10 came out, I told everyone a bit of this story because I was still confused at that point of what was going on.
Weird shit.
But it ends in me getting a beautiful iPhone 10 that I love very much.
Someone say it's stunning.
On October 27th, I want to say, pre-orders went up for this phone, right? And it was a struggle to try to get one. Everyone was trying to get it at the same time, so there was a lot of internet clickety trying to make sure you get in, right? You didn't worry about it. You just kind of slid in at whatever time was convenient for you.
No, I tried to I had to the app wasn't working at midnight, of course, and then it wasn't working, and then I gave up, and then I was like an hour later, I'm like, I'm gonna try it one more time, and I went back to it, and then it actually let me through. But it took for fucking.
And that's the thing so then you ended up getting it shipped to you
a month later.
A couple weeks later.
They would. By the way, I wanted to get it shipped to the store. They would not let that happen.
So.
It wasn't a possibility.
You guys know me, you know me. I need shit day one. I've been waiting for this thing for a whole year. I'm like, I need this in my life.
It's stunning.
So I'm like, I gotta get this thing. So I have multiple tabs open. I had Apple Store. We use Sprint. Me and Kevin do. We have a shared account. And so I had Sprint. I had Apple Store. I'm trying to Best Buy, just trying to see where I can get it earliest. And I'm trying to go through all the sites are crashing, trying to refresh, F5. It's this whole fucking thing that anybody that's tried to buy stuff on midnight releases will understand. And there's a lot of times you hit add to cart and it looks like it's going to, and then the page doesn't fully load, so it could be a disaster, right?
That was every time for me, except for the last time.
Eventually, on the Sprint site, I just gave up because it looked like my order wouldn't let me. It said it was adding to cart, and then the next page never went, and I was just like, well, I'm screwed, right? Cool. I move over to the Apple Store. I eventually get one, and they won't deliver it to me, but I need to go for in-store pickup on day one. And I'm like, fine. There's a store 2 blocks away. I'm good.
Yeah.
So that's how I got my phone. Now, what was weird was the day that the phone came out, November 3rd, I woke up, and right before I was on my way to work, there's a knock on my door.
Yeah.
And a delivery guy hands me an iPhone 10.
Beautiful, man.
This iPhone 10.
That very same iPhone 10.
This one I have right here, brand new in box.
Sexy. That's sexy box.
iPhone 10. The same one I ordered. And I'm like, this is weird. Why would they send me and I'm like, who sent me this?
That's weird.
Where did this come from?
Happy birthday to me.
I have no idea.
250 gigs.
So I was very, very, very confused about what was going on because I'm like, I still need to go pick it up from Apple. They didn't have my address. How would they know to send me? What happened here?
Right.
Sorry,
On record,
okay.
they have my address.
On record, they have Kevin's address.
Right.
So none of this makes sense. I get here, I eventually go to get my iPhone from the Apple Store. I get it, and all that's fine, great. Immediately, me and Kev go to the Sprint store to try to return this one because we're like, this is confusing, and we don't want to be charged for it, and what's going on? And they're like, we don't have any record of this. We don't know what's going on with this phone. And it's like, all right, I guess that's weird, but fine.
This phone is
so we left.
Ghost in the shell.
That's what they said. That's actually quote what they told me. To fast forward this, Nick, I've spent so eventually 2 weeks later, I get a text from Sprint saying, hey, you're about to be charged for the phone, why aren't you paying? And I was like, oh, hell no, what the fuck is this shit?
Right.
So I called Sprint, I'm like, what's up, dog? And they're like, oh, you need to return this thing. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go to the Sprint store. Go to the Sprint store, me and Kevin try to go through the whole process. They won't let me return it. They go through our system's down. And it's like, well, that's weird. Sorry, man, you have to call Sprint. We're kind of upset. You can imagine, Kevin. Upset guy.
I mean, I am notoriously cool as a cucumber in these situations, so I can't imagine why you would be upset or why you would or how you would go about taking your rage out on the minimum wage employee standing across the counter from you.
That's not how you get things done, and we know that. So we walk out, passive aggressively, and we tell them we're going to call them.
Kevin tries to slam the door, but it's got one of those really strong things on it. Just slows down as it gets to it.
We're going to call them, but we're going to call them standing right outside the Sprint store. So we call, it goes through this whole process, and they're like, hey, you need to return it via mail. We're going to send you a return kit. What's your address? I give them my address. I never get a return kit. And I'm like, this is weird. 2 weeks later, get another text. Hey, you're going to be charged for this phone. And I'm like, I'm just trying to return this phone.
Yeah.
I call again.
I want the fucking phone.
Each one of these calls, 30 to 45 minutes. Because you know how
you
that
have to wait
goes.
on fucking hold.
And the problem is, you tell them the story, you tell them what happens, and then they transfer you to someone else.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, they'll know, they'll have the notes. They never have the notes.
No.
They don't. You have to retell the whole damn thing, right? This keeps happening. I order another return kit. I never get it. Call again. Never get it. Call again. Never get it. Every 2 weeks, Nick. Every 2 weeks, I've called. Actually, it's been like every 10 days. And it's on record at the Sprint that I've called to try to get these damn return kits sent to my name. And they tell me it's going to be sent to Tim Gettys at my address. And I have them read it back to me, and it's this whole process. Kevin and I have went to the Sprint store other times, trying to return this phone. I just want to return this and get money. That's all that I want.
We want to give this phone a home, a loving home, ladies and gentlemen. Thousands of iPhone 10s a year go unloved. They're out in the wild, sitting in there in cages, shivering, okay? We want to give this phone to someone who cares and will love it, and will put it in their pocket.
And by that I mean Sprint, so they can stop charging us for this phone that we're not trying to get.
Phone.
And oh man, it's been a disaster. So it got to the point that I'm getting really angry now, where I'm like, this is ridiculous, and you're charging us, and it's affecting my credit, and it's doing all this stuff. I'm like, fuck this, all right? So I called them, and I did the thing where I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, I need you to just give me to the highest person possible. And they eventually handed me over to a supervisor.
CEO of Sprint.
I did, and they wouldn't let me. But they gave me supervisor
with John
Leon.
Sprint, please.
All right?
I zoned out when you guys were doing this for a bit. I was doing some work in there. But when I came back in, I heard your plea to give away this phone to somebody who really wants
Somebody needs it.
We're giving away Tim's phone, everybody.
That's not what we're doing.
Tweet at KindaFunnyVids, hashtag I want Tim's phone.
Yep.
Joey and Kevin will randomly select a winner and give away Tim's phone.
This is not true. We're not doing that.
So what we're actually gonna do,
Greg, who has to pay for the phone at that point then?
the point of me telling this story
paid for it.
is the war
Good point.
is brewing right now, Nick. And we're not going to war yet. We're not going to war yet.
You called Leon.
I called Leon, all right? I talked to Leon, the supervisor, for an hour. An hour 2 nights ago.
You got a little hot with him.
And no, I was so cool with him. I was so cool.
Who, like,
45. Honestly, so cool. I was trying to be nice. I'm like, at this point, I'm just trying to get this fixed. This sucks. 45 minutes in, he goes, hey, I'm looking back at the records. You're out of the satisfaction guarantee thing. So we're going to get this fixed, but you're going to be charged the restock fee of $400. And I was like, oh, hell no, Leon. We ain't doing that.
Why is there a $400 restock fee on a phone the size of a fucking phone?
Dude. And so I'm telling him, I was like, no, we're not doing this. And I was like, you know what, Leon? Here's what we're gonna do. I was like, I'm not getting off this phone with you until we figure this out.
Yeah.
I was like, I know these calls are recorded. I want you and me to sit here and listen to the recorded calls. Pull those up. Pull those recorded calls up. Let's listen to them when multiple Sprint employees have told me that my satisfaction will be guaranteed. And I'm letting you know, Leon, my satisfaction will be guaranteed, all right? And he's like, okay, we can't do it like that. The only way that we can pull up the records is if I file a complaint and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, let's go, let's do that. He did that, and he goes, we're gonna listen, we're gonna pull it through the recorded files or whatever, and I'm gonna call you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time, okay? And I was like, are you gonna call me? And he's like, yes. I was like, Leon, I wanna talk to you. And he's like, Leon, will call you tomorrow, Tim Gettys, at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Which
5 p.m.
5 p.m. Pacific time. Guess where the
West Coast,
story
West
ends,
Coast.
Nick. Guess where the story ends.
I'm gonna guess. Can I wager a guess? I'm gonna guess at 4:59 and 58 seconds.
Yeah.
Your phone rings and a big Leon, the name Leon comes up.
Pops
over
up.
it.
Yeah.
And he goes, Tim, I've solved your problems. You get to keep the phone, and because of your troubles, I'm giving you an extra $1,000 to use on the charity of your choice. Is that how it worked out?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm getting a call right now.
Get it. Take it. Take it.
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hey.
Where you can hear it.
Hi there.
Yes, sir. Mr. Roger,
Thank you very much. Hold on 1 second. I will be right back to you. Sorry, 1 sec.
It's them.
You can't make this shit
It's
up,
Leon
ladies and gentlemen.
and fucking self calling me right now.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Spoilers, yesterday, he never called.
Yeah,
he never fucking
called.
called.
Well, we're here. We're figuring out this problem. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim's going to go take this call right now, and we're going to get the end of this story after tips. Let's go into some tips right now. This is fucking amazing. What's that?
Do you want me to grab Joey or someone
Yeah,
else?
that's fine. Whatever. I'll read some tips right now. I'm a talented enough gentleman.
I want to tell the rest of the story because I was here when Tim was on the phone last night. So last night, me, Kevin, Tim here, a little bit late, just a tiny bit late. Then
Just shooting the shit, hanging out.
just catching up, hanging out.
Stuff.
Tim's still very upset that he hasn't gotten his 5 o'clock phone call.
Not.
Then, eventually, it's probably like 7:30.
Oh man.
Because you had already left, right?
I left. Yeah, around 7:30.
Yeah, so it was probably like 7:30. Tim then calls Sprint. And I'm in the front working on stuff. And I've never, ever heard Tim as like mad as he was. Like he started escalated because at this point he's like, this phone call is 2.5 hours after you're supposed to call me.
Burn it down.
So he's like, Tim's a phone talker walker. So he's like walking all over the off, and he's coming to me, and I can like, he's walking and he's just like smiling and like frustrated, like, can't believe I have to do this again. Then, so he starts with the first girl who sounds super nice on the phone, and he's just like, I need Leon, and she's like, he's not even here. And then
It's not a real person.
I know.
I like to believe Leon's not even his real name. Like I like to believe that all Sprint employees that you have to call into have like stripper names.
Yeah.
Like Leon's a stripper name. His real name's like Phil.
Yeah.
You know.
I think
Hi, I'm Leon. What's your real? Like when you get to know them and they want to like con you into thinking that they like you really know who they are.
That you're on the inner circle.
Like, well, my name's not actually Leon, and I'm not actually a school teacher. My name's Phil, and I'm a stripper. So anyway, Tim got mad last night?
Tim got so mad, went to the next person, he eventually, after like 35 minutes, got to a supervisor. That supervisor then told him that, like, what Leon said that he could do for him, he couldn't even do at 5 o'clock p.m. because it would have already been closed. So that, like, escalated him even further. And then...
I mean, at this point, they're clearly giving him the fucking runaround.
Oh, yeah, and he said
in
that.
hopes that he will just give up this fight.
Yeah.
What they don't understand is that it's us.
It's Tim Gettys.
It's Tim Gettys. It's kind of funny. It's all the best friends out there.
Yeah.
And we make content out of our lives. So it actually behooves us to keep this going.
This is a
until
bit
there
now.
is a positive resolution.
Exactly.
Because it's the little guy versus the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Sprint being the big guy, us being the little guy.
Of course.
They're trying to fuck you.
Why would Leon make a promise that he couldn't keep?
Because they know
he doesn't care.
that 99% of the people will just tuck her out and suck it up and fucking deal with it.
Pay for the phone,
and sell it to a
resell it,
friend,
yeah.
or do the stupid $400 restocking fee and fucking deal with it.
My favorite part of the whole phone call, though,
And amortize it out and just get screwed.
Exactly. Was that at some point there was a conversation where the guy on the phone was like, yeah, like I'm really sorry about this. We're gonna make this right. We're gonna do that. And in order, we've gotten to the escalation point where I can now offer you a $20 credit on your bill. And Tim like started laughing. Like, you realize how ridiculous that sounds when you're trying to either charge me $1,000 for this phone or $400
I have
for
breaking
this.
news from the Leon phone call. Leon has agreed to give away the iPhone to one of our listeners.
that's
Everybody
not true.
tweet at @kindoffunnyvids, hashtag I want Tim's phone.
Yes. Should we also tweet at Sprint and say stop fucking us, Sprint?
Nope, let's not do that.
Is that a thing we should start doing?
We should just start with
Are we at that level yet? I like to escalate. I think when here's how you properly problem solve.
Okay.
Okay.
Lay it out for
You
me.
escalate. Okay. A lot of people say communicate. That's not always the best tactic. Sometimes escalation is the best tactic. See how far they'll go. Will they launch the nukes? Because I'll launch the fucking nukes. I'll burn this motherfucker down.
This is why we can't do pranks at the Kind of Funny studio.
I like to get
because
that
of the war of
across.
escalation.
When a server says, sir, we do not have Diet Coke. We have an artisanal boiling cola made out of some other sort of fucking artificial chemical that I'm going to tell you, artificial sweetener that I'm going to tell you is better than aspartame, even though it's probably never been studied and no one fucking really knows the difference between the two.
Yeah.
But this is better. than Diet Coke because, now I can either accept that or I can immediately escalate it 500 levels to nuclear war. And they see it in my eyes. And they think for 1 second, and this is all I want them to think, Joey. All I want them to think is this motherfucker so crazy that I'm gonna have to go to a fucking store right now to get him a Diet Coke? I like people to think that.
Well, Nick, it's only been like 12 minutes.
I like to move around. I like to move around like this. What's he doing? Why are his shoulders moving? Because he wants to read some tips. Joey, thank you for that update.
No problem.
Hang tight.
Okay.
I need someone here. Ant-Man, you're awesome as well, but it's nice that you're... Ant-Man 35 has given us a tip. It says, first time paying my birthday tax, leveled up to 28 years old today. How I have not accidentally killed myself is beyond me. Keep fucking that chicken, boys. P.S. Nick, can I get a Prince shout out? Kevin, may I please have the one? 28. Happy birthday. Panzer G2.
Ooh at the end. That was fun.
You like that?
Yeah.
Panzer G2 has given us a tip and said, MCU interview was amazing and I love it. My question, are we getting a Black Panther Reacts or will we have to wait until you guys watch all of the Phase 2 before we get your guys' masterful opinion on it? No, we're going to be doing a Reacts on that. As to whether or not we're going to officially go back and do that in MCU review, I don't think so. I think this will be just MCU and review
we don't
product.
have time to go back and revisit it.
Just like Joey doesn't have time to talk about Persona right now, we don't have time to go back and do that. Cheers.
I missed my chance yesterday. Gary Whitta was here.
You did. You guys could have Persona'd out, you freaking nerds. Yeah. Monk XXX giving us cheer. It's not at the level that we know, but I don't understand how cheers works, so I'm gonna fucking read it anyway. Did you guys see Will Smith parody of his son's music video on Instagram at Kinda Funny Games? We did not, but I'll check that out.
No, I only saw the Will Smith Super Bowl video that he did, gearing it for the game.
Pains me that Jaden Smith is as talented as he is. Because I want to hate him so badly. There's just the middle class, grew up in Riverside version of me that wants to just hate on this kid because he was born into Hollywood royalty and has probably never ever had to work a hard day in his life. But then he comes out with that album, those songs, and Tim goes, Nick, they're actually pretty good. And then when I start listening, I'm like, God damn it! Damn it! It turns out talent can be passed down to the next generation, but good for you, Jaden Smith. Also, good looking. Good looking boy. Okay, that's it for tips. Joey, P.S. I love this best friend XOXO is your opportunity to nominate someone in our community you feel is doing just a bang-up job of being a human being. You go to kindafunny.com/bestfriend, fill out the form, and Joey will magically, via the interwebs, put it in my little document in front of me right now.
This is true.
Sherry Sharona is shouting out Dylan Blight. First off, the fact that your last name is Sharona.
My Sharona.
I know you've heard it before. I know that's been the bane of your existence probably at this point, but it is such...
I actually think it's her middle name.
Oh, what's your last name? Oh, okay. Let's not say her
It's
last name.
like the Joey Noel thing, you know?
That's amazing, though. You should go... If you ever become a rock star, Cherie Sharona, dope. Feb 8th. That's what that says. That's today's date, so that's probably not part of the document. Today, it is. February 8th. Today, a year ago, I met my best friend unexpectedly through trying to get into the Kinda Funny Facebook forum. We bonded through so much more than just KF, and in the last year, we have shared every single day together, both in person and from across the country. Every day, he's in my life. I'm truly thankful and don't know what I would do without him. Thank you, KF, for bringing us together. Thank you, Dylan, for filling my life with incredible happiness and love, and for being the amazing, kind, hilarious human that you are. Happy 1 year friend-iversary. I like that a lot.
Cherie and Dylan are part of the RTX Sydney crew that met last year.
Oh, that's fun.
For RTX Sydney. And so they've been really good friends ever since, and they fly around to meet each other and hang out. It's really cool.
Come to prom.
They're in Australia.
They have planes in Australia and snakes. You got to be careful.
Cherie
those
also
snakes.
about to have a baby, so.
Oh, better come now, because after that you don't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the babies.
That complicates the coming to prom thing.
But just here's the deal. It's Australia, right? They got kangaroos, right? Everyone's got a pet kangaroo in Australia, right? True. That's how we feel. You bring in the pet kangaroo, who I call affectionately Roo. Made that name up on my own. Never stole it from anything, just like everything else I do.
That.
You take the baby right when it's newborn, you kiss it on its little cute forehead, you tuck it into Roo's pocket, and you say, Roo, I'll be back in 3 weeks. And Rue goes, I got this.
I know how to do this.
Sharona, I got this. And then he just hops off and he boxes someone.
While protecting the tiny child.
Yeah,
human.
the tiny child is fine, but it's boxing, not kickboxing, so they can't really get that low.
Got it.
Yeah, that's a penalty zone down there. It's too low. Okay. You get a point taken off. You go 1 point.
Is this
You
so?
get a
Are the
warning
kangaroos?
first.
I have a question. Are the kangaroos boxing people or other kangaroos?
Are the horses wrestling people?
I think we figured out that they're wrestling people based on the official.
We've
Kinda Funny
officially
Horse
said that the
Wrestling
horse wrestling league is
I don't
man versus horse.
I don't think that the horses are wrestling back. I think it's
They're just being wrestled?
Yeah, they're just standing there.
I think that you are being mildly. You are underestimating the skill level of some of the horse wrestlers that are in this event. And I think just because you've never seen a horse wrestle doesn't mean that they're not into wrestling,
Sure,
or they
you got
don't,
me there.
they don't go and
No,
fly
you're
around the
going-
country to find
you
the
got
best
me.
wrestling coaches available,
Yeah.
so that they too can compete at the highest levels of the horse wrestling league.
Everyone wants to be a champ, man.
Now, there's the horse wrestling league, which we've decided has
Yeah.
started in America, but has quickly become global, worldwide. Right?
Can't stop
Worldwide.
that train.
The next, I guess, explosive sport, as they say, is in fact kangaroo boxing, which is yet another thing that I just made up on the spot right now. And so I think that's pretty cool. Is it a man boxing a kangaroo, or is it two kangaroos boxing, or is it two kangaroos that we've captured and put guns to their head and said, you're either going to box each other or I'm going to kill your child?
Jesus.
Wow, that took a very dark turn.
But then the kangaroo is like this. Joke's on you. It's not my child. It's
Oh.
Sharona's child.
Shoot.
Do you see what's happening in here?
Are we now?
Jet Li comes in and he has to fight people.
People
That was
and
it.
kangaroos, or
Wait.
just the people?
The people that are stopping the kangaroos from fighting each other.
Okay.
It might be the spot of Unleashed. That's awesome. Long story short, go to kindoffunny.com/bestfriend, fill out the form. Maybe I'll make up an absurd story about your child as well, your unborn child. Giveaway time, Joe.
Let's do this.
I'm putting you on the spot again. You ready?
Yeah.
How can people win the giveaway? Tell them.
Guess what? There are 4 ways that you can win the giveaway today. Well, and every day you can win a giveaway 4 ways. The first one is to be here in the lovely twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames chat.
Just
You can
like
be watching.
Zyger1337.
I don't know
He's
who
not
that
the
is.
winner, but he's always here.
This is true. The second one is that you can be subscribed to twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. You can subscribe with real money, or if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can link your Amazon Prime account with your Twitch account, which gives you a Twitch Prime account, which gives you a free sub every single month. You can give it to us, you can give it to someone in the community, you could just give it to whoever you want. But if you give it to us, then you get an extra entry to be entered to win this giveaway.
Woo! Winners!
The second thing, or no, that's 3. That's how numbers work.
It's
the
harder than
third
it looks,
one,
isn't it?
Right?
It really is.
Yeah, I haven't had coffee. Cool Greg's on the way back
Where
with
did he
coffee.
go? Where did he
Words
go?
are hard.
Where
Third
did he
way,
go?
you can be a subscriber at the $2 or above level on patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. And the fourth way is that you can be a $2 or above supporter on patreon.com/kindoffunny. If you are at the $2 level on patreon.com/kindoffunny, you can watch Greg's comic book show that debuted yesterday.
You can.
People really like it. It seems cool.
It's really cool. I did the graphics for it.
Yeah, they look
Very
really
excited.
good.
Thank you. Thank you.
For everything.
I know, but I just wanted.
But I like
wanted
that.
a
That one has
little-
a very, you nailed the comic booky feel. I
Well,
like that.
Zach did the design. I just animated the lower thirds. I didn't really do much. It took me like 5 minutes. Kevin was like, "You gotta do this," and I was like, "I don't want to." And Kevin goes, "Stop whining."
Like 2
Mm-hmm.
weeks.
No, that's PSVR. PSVR the graphics I'm very proud of. I think they're fucking dope as shit.
You'll be seeing those soon.
Toot sweet, ladies and gentlemen. Today's winner comes from the Twitch chat. Congratulations, the Cal G. The Cal G, probably is how you say that. The Cal G-E-E. You have won Middle Earth Shadow of War on Xbox One. It's a really good game. Hopefully you have an Xbox One. If not, give that to one of the kind of funny best friends that does. And just thank your lucky stars that when you wake up at night, there's not a kangaroo fucking standing over you with a baby in its pouch, just fucking furious and punching you in the face.
Shit.
That's terrifying. I want to go to Australia, but maybe I don't anymore. They also have like giant spiders.
They have
Not
fucking
really into
spiders
that.
the size of your crotch. They have snakes that will chase you, and they never get tired.
Size reference.
They never get tired. I just imagine you look down and it's at the side of your crotch. It's like, why is it so big? And you can't fight it. You can't fight a spider that big. It's gonna outmuscle you. It's got more energy. It's like a toddler. Let's go into the 3 and 3, and then we'll
Let's go
round
into
out
the
today.
chat.
I feel better today, by the way.
Oh, good.
I'm getting my brain's not working, but my body feels better, so we're good.
Andy's still dead. Unfortunate. We'll miss him.
You know, will we? I will. I love him. Graveyard Disco says, Nick Daddy, I just subscribed again. Show me your left titty, please.
No.
Kevin, give me the one.
No.
Kevin, he subscribed. He paid money.
To draw the limit somewhere.
Paid money to see the goods.
And calling you
wrong
Nick
kind of site for that.
Daddy is where we lost that.
I call myself Daddy. Sometimes I walk in and I say, Daddy's Home, everyone. It's a great movie.
It's weird you do say that.
You do say that. Do you know that Daddy's Home 2 apparently is now widely available for watching, for your viewing pleasure at
Do you know
home?
that I'm going to torture my wife this weekend and probably make her watch that?
I'm so sorry, Danielle, who's probably never going to see this.
She is, she deserves it. She said yes to me. Kevin, let him do it, says Grave Disco. I need this, says Grave Disco. Captain 22 says LMAAOOOO. Mr. Yasman300 says, by dead, she means Andy is playing Monster Hunter World. If I fucking log on to the servers and see his stupid name there, he's fired. And by fired, I mean, I love him. He's never going to get fired.
This is true.
Because he's our office Pomeranian.
So here's the other thing. I also am okay with Andy not being here because I don't want him to further infect the rest of us. I don't really want to be sick.
You're going to get sick. You're in a den of illness right now. Kevin was sick. I was sick. Tim's not feeling well. It's disgusting.
I wasn't feeling great, but I'm good now.
I'm pretty sure that was the milk, though, and the 7 pounds of chips and queso.
It was 100%
Joey,
both of those things.
there were only 6 pounds in the full, can.
No, it was a 10-pound bag of chips.
It was a 5... Joey, I bought both the chips and the queso. It was a 5-pound bag of chips and a 6-pound bag of queso.
That's 11 pounds of food, so you could still realistically eat 7 pounds of that. That's not all of it.
Didn't eat it all.
I know, you wouldn't have to eat all of it to eat 7
Still
pounds of
have
it.
quite a bit.
The Robbing L says, Nick, when are you back on the Schmodown? Very soon, actually.
Ooh.
Very soon. I don't know if that's been announced yet, but next week maybe. I don't know. I don't know when it's going to launch. But I'm talking to those guys right now. I'm trying to get back in there. I miss them. I miss LA. It's time for a Nick LA trip. So it's going to be fun.
I just booked an LA trip, too. Just for fun. My friend had a baby. And we're having $29 flights last night.
Oh, wow. Well, I fucked up. I should have booked them last night.
It's Southwest, so it's dumb.
Yeah.
But
I fly Southwest because I love flying into Burbank.
That's what I did.
And that's what you got to do. Burbank's hilarious because, like I've said before, I've said it again. It's not a real airport. It's a set that someone just left up and they just started flying planes into it. It does not make any sense. It's so
totally
small
perfect.
that you could actually throw something at the plane from the security.
Yeah.
Because I could throw a spitball, I'd probably hit it. It's ridiculous.
I love it.
Nick doesn't lose for a third time, says Panzer G2. My thing about the Schmodown is this. I do love and I do try to compete, but it's just really fun to go down there and just be immersed amongst a bunch of people who are the biggest fucking movie nerds on the planet.
Yeah.
They are so fucking nerdy. Everyone that competes is nerdy. These are my people. Now, I love you guys, but you're nerds in a different kind of way. And it's a kind of way that I never will 100% be in there. Like, I got a toe in the video game nerd world.
Yeah.
But you guys are in the fucking pool. You put lounge chairs in the pool.
I don't know if I'm in the pool.
People bring the beers.
I might be in the little waiting baby pool.
What was that game you played before? The one you're playing right now?
Stardew Valley.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in the pool, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have some
Stardew Valley doesn't have a
beers
pool. It
in
has
the
ponds
pool.
and lakes and rivers, Nicholas.
Boom! Just proving my point more that I like the games. Anyway, I like the schmoes. Gonna go down there, hang out with them.
Have you watched Shameless?
Holy shit, Mr. Yasman300 says, Nick, did you see that the next Schmodown will be Ass vs. Evil Dead themed Schmodown with Bruce Campbell co-hosting? I did not see that, but I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you are a fan of Army of Darkness or Evil Dead and you haven't watched Ash vs. Evil Dead, shut your laptop or whatever computer you're watching this with, your phone, and start hitting yourself in the head with it until you pass out and get some sense in there. It's a good show. It's a great show, actually. It's a great show.
We don't recommend you do that. That's a bad decision.
The Tick, also a great show on Amazon. You should watch that too. What were you saying?
Oh, someone wants to know if we watched Shameless.
No.
I haven't either.
But I did. What did I watch last night?
Every episode except
that movie I was talking about, A Stupid and Futile Gesture. Finished it. Emmy Rossum's in that.
Oh, I like
Phenomenal.
her.
It was a great movie. Go watch it, guys.
It's good?
It's really good.
Yeah? Can we get
Yeah, really good.
It's new, Scarpino.
Sure is.
Oh,
thanks, Andrew.
right on the nose.
You're welcome.
Andrew, when are you going to come on my show?
When you invite me.
Let's do this. Let's figure out a day. When are you here next?
Tuesday.
Is it too much for you to do 2 shows in a week?
No,
In a
I can
day?
do 2 shows because I'm leaving on
In a day,
Thursday
excuse
to go
me.
to Hawaii, so I won't come for Thursday for Games Daily.
Let's figure this out.
Okay.
Because here's what I want to do. Here's where my brain went to that. And it's not going to happen because I'm probably too lazy to make this happen. Thing one, it'd be awesome having on the show. it's fun to talk to you. Love to hear your perspective on entertainment news.
Thank you.
Thing 2, if I got you on the show, could I have Kevin dress up in a wig and then at 11:59 come around the corner and look at you so you understand what it's like to have someone intimidating look at you every day?
He could not do it.
What's that?
Not have me dress in a wig.
Even in a wig?
No, but I think it would still be off-putting, is what I'm saying to you. Like, I still think it would be,
It's true.
like, you know,
Okay.
it would stay with you is all I'm saying.
As the business people say, we talk about this offline.
Let's take this offline.
Yes.
We'll take it down 10,000 feet, take it offline, we're gonna pivot. Oh, iDan91 says, Nick, since this hasn't been mentioned in a while, does Kevin still amplify smells? No. Lately, because of my cold, he's been amplifying sounds.
This is valid.
So he has not been
smell
loud, but the
amplification
things
thing
around him have
is
been
still-
louder
seems
because
to
of
be a
that.
thing.
It's always off-putting when you hear Kevin coming before you see him, because there's just a lot of commotion that follows him. Probably should have worded that differently.
No,
quick.
that's perfect. Commotion.
Oh, shit.
If Kevin, do you ever watch The Flash?
No.
Okay, so every time there's a bad guy in The Flash, they have a little running joke where they have to name him.
Okay.
Cisco's character names him. Kevin's villain name would be The Commotion.
The commotion.
But here's the
Kevin
thing,
the
guys.
Commotion
Here's the
Koala.
thing that you're forgetting right now because
the
it's
milkman.
convenient.
Milkman is the best too.
Because it's
I like
convenient
that.
to this argument you're making. I also can be extremely silent,
he
and
does that.
often you guys will turn around and I will just be there.
No, but we feel
But
you
how much
out.
of that
We
is
feel
because
you.
we're wearing
No.
headphones and we're not paying attention?
No.
And our senses
Joey,
are
like
dull.
I've kind of put that joke aside, but don't you remember how often you would just turn around and I'd be standing beside you and you'd be
No.
like, "What the fuck?"
But I feel like most of those times I have headphones on.
No.
So I'm like
Silent.
not. My senses
when I
are
need
dull.
to be. When I need
If
to be.
we gave Kevin at Kind of Funny Kevin
Oh no.
a new nickname,
Keep
which would
Saturday.
you
It'd be.
choose?
Hmm.
Okay, poll.
You can find
The
this
milkman.
poll soonishly on twitter.com/Nick
The-
Can you put one
Scarpino.
cool one in there?
Commotion.
Put in Captain as one of the options.
My captain.
The Commodore. How about that? Are you fine with the Commodore?
Do you have a particular affinity for the Commodores?
One of my no, I said Captain. Remember, I didn't say Commodores.
But that was
Just
a
Captain?
Yeah, one of my buddies.
No, because then he'll just be all, "Oh, Captain, my captain." I don't like that we.
one of my friends.
Let's call him the Commodore.
His
Is that how
dad.
you spell commotion?
I think so.
The Milkman, the Commotion, the Commodore. No, let's just do Milkman and Commotion. That's even
Throw in
funnier.
the Captain. Throw in the Captain.
Yeah, I like those two. You don't usually get a say in what your nickname is.
Well, yeah, but like you haven't had as many insulting nicknames as I have.
I don't think either
yes,
of
I
those
have.
are insulting.
The
Let's put this
Milkman. I
to-
feel like there's a lot of insult behind the Milkman.
Dude, the Milkman
How
used
much
to be...
milk have you drank
Bring
this
the
week?
Milkman, deliver it. There
Less
used to
than
be a
half-
football
less
player
than
that
a
they called the
quarter.
Milkman because he would deliver the goods. I made that up. I might not have made that up, actually.
That might not
That
be.
actually sounds right. Tweeted. Go over to my Twitter and vote
Go
on that,
vote.
ladies and gentlemen. And that is today's Kind of Funny Morning Show, brought to you by kindoffunny.com/store, where you can get all your goods before you're good. Joey, thank you for joining me.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
If you guys are wondering, yes, Tim is probably still on the phone.
He most certainly is.
Tune back in tomorrow for the exciting
I'm very
conclusion
excited about
of the
this.
Sprint saga.
It's probably not going to be the conclusion.
Probably not, because
One
that's
more.
not how Tim
Maybe an
Gettys
update.
rolls.
Maybe just an update.
We'll get an update tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my extreme pleasure joining you again today. Thank you for allowing me to do this. Kevin, thank you for being awesome. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's try it out. Ready? Milkman. Cut the feed.
I don't like that.
Okay, let's try the other one. Commotion. Cut the feed.
Let's give it one more try.
Captain. Cut the feed.
God, don't.